Hello and welcome to Recyclist. It's May 12th, 2025. I'm your host, Eric Provost, and this is your weekly roundup of all the biggest news stories from the world of waste, gas, and energy, presented by Diamond Scientific. First things first, and as always, let's take a quick look at the stock market and 5 stocks on the move this past week from the world of waste, gas, and energy. Going into this past weekend, Evergy Incorporated had reached $66.59 per share. Clean Energy Fuels Corp and Opal Fuels Incorporated are both continuing their recovery from earlier this year, sitting at $1.60 and $2.20 per share respectively. NextEra Energy is also up quite a bit over the past couple weeks, now at $70.31 per share. And lastly, Black Hills Corp went into the past weekend at $51.94 per share. But first up in the news, Waste Management has officially acquired Maryland-based WB Waste Solutions, one of the region's largest private waste and recycling companies. WB provides a range of commercial and industrial hauling and post-collection services in Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. Brian Bauman, Waste Management's Vice President of Business Development, called the deal a quote-unquote perfect fit and said that WB's commercial and industrial business, plus its network of transfer stations in the D.C. region, complements Waste Management's current footprint and connects well with the company's Virginia-based landfills. A separate spokesperson for Waste Management said the company is, quote, committed to ensuring a smooth transition for all employees and customers, end quote. And up next, it's not just Waste Management. Republic Services also confirmed it acquired a pair of longtime Wisconsin hauling companies, an acquisition which took effect at the beginning of the month. The purchase includes Town & Country Sanitation as well as Peterson Sanitation. The two related companies provide a range of residential, commercial, and roll-off collection services in portions of southwest and south central Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. The companies provide waste and recycling services to an estimated 100 cities, towns, and villages in the region. Federal records from 2024 show that Town & Country operated 50 vehicles in Wisconsin. Peterson operated a combined 26 vehicles in Wisconsin and Iowa. And continuing this trend of mergers and acquisitions, a new report claims the U.S. solid waste industry's 5 largest publicly traded companies spent an estimated $1.49 billion on acquisitions in the first quarter of 2025, with plenty more activity expected. The totals include spending reported from the aforementioned Waste Management and Republic Services, as well as Waste Connections, GFL Environmental, and Casella Waste Systems. Republic Services' purchase of Shamrock Environmental led spending for the quarter, with other notable deals including Waste Connections' purchase of Atlantic Coast Recycling in New Jersey. And speaking of Q1 2025, Clean Energy Fuels Corp is reporting revenues of $103.8 million and 50.6 million gallons of renewable natural gas sold in the first 3 months of the year. In a statement, the company said, quote, as the markets continue to evaluate the macroeconomic environment and remain volatile, we are fortunate that we have a stable, recurring business with many existing long-term customers like transit agencies and waste companies. We also believe that RNG is the common sense solution for the heavy-duty trucking market. Thousands of heavy-duty trucks are already fueling in our network of natural gas stations across the U.S. and Canada, proving that fleets can economically achieve significant emissions reductions, end quote. And just a quick reminder, Recyclist is a registered trademark of Diamond Scientific, an industry leader in gas analysis, instrumentation, and solutions. Make sure to go online and visit them at diamondsci.com. That's diamondsci.com. Or you can even set up a personalized presentation just by calling 321-223-7500. Now let's get on with the news. And up next, scientists at Washington State University may have found a new way to produce sugar from corn stalks and other crop waste, potentially opening a new pathway to sustainable biofuels. Newly published in Bioresource Technology, their experimental process used ammonium sulfite-based alkali salts to convert corn stover, leftover corn stalks, husks, and other residues, into low-cost sugar for production of biofuels and bioproducts, making the process more economically feasible. Ben Yang, professor at WSU's Department of Biological Systems Engineering, said, quote, "Inexpensive sugar is the key to commercial success for new technologies that make fuels and useful products from renewable biomass." End quote. And speaking of innovations, Waste-Away, a technical innovator that converts municipal solid waste into sustainable fuel, has won a U.S. patent for its entire waste-to-fuel process, bringing the total number of U.S. and international patents to 26. The new process patent granted by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office covers Waste-Away's entire technology suite that transforms municipal solid waste into clean, negative carbon footprint biofuels and other sustainable products intended to make the world a better place. Mark Brown, the CEO of Waste-Away, said, quote, "We are excited that our entire Waste-Away process has now been patented, further cementing our position as a leading innovator in the marketplace. Our proprietary technologies and processes are world-class, and nobody in the industry does what we do." End quote. And up next, a new federal bill was introduced this past week that aims to retroactively extend the $1 per gallon biodiesel blenders tax credit and the second-generation biofuel producer tax credit, which provides up to $1.01 per gallon for eligible fuels. Both tax credits expired at the end of 2024 and have been replaced by the technology-neutral 45Z Clean Fuel Production Tax Credit, which came into effect this year. The Treasury Department's delay in releasing full 45Z guidance, however, is negatively impacting U.S. biofuel producers, according to some. The bill, H.R. 3079, aims to provide more certainty to biofuel producers by enacting a 2-year extension of the expired tax credits. And up next, we started with waste management, so we might as well end with waste management. This past week, the company opened a brand new renewable natural gas facility in Temple, Texas, at the local Temple landfill. Waste management officials say the nearly $50 million facility will convert collected landfill gas to lower emission renewable natural gas, which can then be used to power communities and businesses within the area. The facility is reportedly the first of its kind in Central Texas and one of Waste Management's, quote, latest sustainability-related investments in its renewable energy network. Dominica Farmer, Waste Management Area Vice President of Texas, said, quote, what it does is landfills naturally produce methane gas. We capture the methane gas, we compress it, and we turn it into renewable energy. It gets scrubbed, it gets cleaned, and then it gets turned into renewable energy. End quote. And that will do it for your May 12th, 2025 Recyclist, a registered trademark of Diamond Scientific. I hope everyone had a lovely Mother's Day weekend. I've been your host, Eric Provost, and we will see you back here next week for another brand new episode of Recyclist. Thank you.